love story, and I'm happy for them.
Now, at the anniversary party, Ron delivers his gift.
Here's another present. I'm not very good at wrapping, but...
Did you get Ruta back?
Yes, I did.
Oh.
I got her.
Ron had to keep Ruta a secret for 6 weeks. He stored it at a friend's house and sneaked away whenever he could to fix up the car.
I got her back for you. The Studebaker guy that sells the parts would meet me at the Burgerville, and he would bring my parts to Burgerville, and then I would pay him and take the parts home in my truck and hide them. There you go. She's running. I did it. I pulled it off.
An anniversary present, hard to top, but so is the love
Give me a kiss.
between Terry and Ron.
That's
Nice
a great story, isn't it?
Fantastic.
Well, she had to know something was up when the television cameras arrived, right?
Exactly. They're not there for just any anniversary.
She knew it had to be good, and it was. Well, that's all the time we have on this Monday afternoon.
Hope to see you back here tomorrow. Right now, stay tuned for Dateline 29 News at 6.
Tonight at 6, we'll have the latest on the trial of a man charged with the attempted rape of a University of Virginia student.
Charlottesville and Albemarle County officials agree to a more cooperative future.
And the creators of the Standards of Learning tests may be made to take those exams. We'll have the details. The news starts now.
This is Dateline 29 News at 6.
Good evening, I'm Dave Cupp.
And I'm Stacey Horst. Our top story tonight takes us inside the Charlottesville Circuit Court.
Yes, the trial of a Buckingham County man charged with the attempted rape and abduction of a University of Virginia student has been delayed. Prosecutors have asked a judge to remove from evidence part of Tyrone Jones's videotaped statement to police. Meredith Grebois has more on this. Meredith, what's behind this move?
Dave, it's about giving the potential jury information that may or may not be relevant to this case. Last August, Tyrone Jones was arrested in connection with the attack of a UVA student at Charlottesville's Azalea Park. Sources say he told investigators during that videotape statement that he assaulted the student as she took off her rollerblades. But investigators also questioned Jones about the brutal rape and robbery that same month of another UVA student in her Venable home. Jones was never charged in the Venable case, and several weeks later, police arrested another man. His name is Monterette Davis, who they say can be linked to the crime through DNA evidence. Now, prosecutors don't want a jury to hear Jones's answers to questions about the Venable case. Excuse me, that's because they claim it might prejudice a jury, and today they asked the judge to limit what the panel might hear from that tape. The judge is expected to rule before the trial. Dave, that's scheduled for April.
All right, thank you. Meredith Grebois in Charlottesville. A former volunteer firefighter now faces up to 200 years in prison after pleading guilty this morning to 22 charges. 19-year-old Christopher Luke Simmons of Stanton entered a series of guilty pleas on the charges, including 15 counts of arson. No sentencing date has been set pending a pre-sentencing report. Simmons' lawyer wants that report to include a copy of a psychological evaluation. That report concludes that Simmons suffers from an impulse control disorder. Damages from fire set by Simmons total more than $200,000. Simmons is being held without bond while the pre-sentencing report is completed.
2 Virginia prison inmates facing capital murder charges in the death of another inmate were in the Augusta County Courthouse in Stanton today. 35-year-old Michael W. Lentz is scheduled to stand trial on June 7th for the stabbing murder of another inmate. Lentz will be tried in the Augusta County Circuit Court. Waynesboro attorneys Gordon Poindexter and John Hill will represent Lentz. The second inmate charged in the murder, 35-year-old Jeffrey Remington, will be tried in Buena Vista Circuit Court beginning June 12th. Remington is represented by William T. Roby of Buena Vista. The 2 men are being held in separate super maximum security prisons, and both face a death penalty if convicted. A Waynesboro man arrested after a 5-hour standoff with police is headed for a grand jury hearing. 44-year-old Michael Bernardo Kaysen waived a preliminary hearing this morning in Waynesboro. Kaysen's accused of firing several shots inside his home 2 weeks ago. A family member escaped without harm, and Kaysen later surrendered to police. He's charged with shooting in an occupied dwelling, destruction of property, and possessing a firearm after a felony conviction. Today marks the beginning of an enhanced relationship between Charlottesville and Albemarle County.
Today, elected city and county officials announced the creation of a new committee. The committee will get the localities working together on issues they share. Tara Nuren has been covering this story. She joins us live from Rio Road in Albemarle County. Tara, what issues will this new committee be addressing first?
Transportation, that's their first item on the agenda, and that's actually why I'm standing here on Rio Road. This is the site of the proposed Meadow Creek Parkway, which could be Central Virginia's most controversial transportation topic. It's also one that city and county officials say they should solve together. Board of Supervisors Chair Charles Martin and Mayor Virginia Doherty say they expect the new relationship to benefit both localities.
There are many issues right around the edge of the city that are outside of the city that we have no jurisdiction in. And so this will give us a say. We can talk to the county, try to get our act together.
Now, the people who will be serving on the committee are people from both the city and county, people like the planners, some city councilors, some county supervisors, and they say their first meeting should take place within the next few months.
Well, Tara, what other issues will this committee be studying?
Planning development. That is also their second priority, but down the road they'll be talking about all kinds of things like schools and social services.
All right, sounds interesting. Tara Nuren, thank you. Virginia lawmakers are getting close to establishing a separate state holiday honoring Martin Luther King Jr. The current King holiday is shared with Confederate Civil War generals Stonewall Jackson and Robert E. Lee. A proposal to split the holidays has won approval in the state Senate. The House of Delegates approved a similar bill last week. Governor Jim Gilmore called for dividing the holiday during his January State of the Commonwealth address. And Charlottesville and Albemarle police say they will not give up on a new technology to snag red light runners. The two departments work together to support a bill that would bring traffic cameras to area stoplights. Those cameras would catch red light runners and send them $50 tickets. State legislators held that stoplight bill over till next year, but police say they still need it.
It's a very significant problem here in the Charlottesville area. We hear complaints from motorists daily about the people that are violating the law. And of course, the accidents here, we average about 300 accidents annually at signalized intersections.
Albemarle and Charlottesville police plan to keep working together during the next Senate session to get the red light cameras approved next year.
Governor Jim Gilmore is wheeling and dealing in the House of Delegates to rescue his multi-billion-dollar transportation plan. His first draft was rejected over the weekend by the House Appropriations Committee. His latest draft shifts more tobacco settlement money to health programs, but lawmakers aren't ready to give it a green light just yet.
What we want to do is to give it another day to give members an opportunity to reflect on the changes which were just brought before us. They may have been somewhat incremental changes, but they were significant changes dealing with health care issues and also the tobacco settlement. So we want to make sure that the plan that we propose and that we vote on is something that every member of the committee understands.
Critics argue the Gilmore plan uses too much money from the tobacco settlement to fund roads. A committee vote on the plan is expected tomorrow. A law designed to prevent forest fires goes into effect tomorrow in Virginia. In November, thousands of acres were blackened after fire swept through Shenandoah National Forest. State officials say the burning ban prohibits any fires before 4 p.m. that are within 300 feet of woodlands or dry fields. Democrats in the Virginia House of Delegates say they want education officials to take the SOL exams. Democrats say the exams are placing students under tremendous pressure, so education officials should also take the exams to feel the pressure firsthand.
I have had parents tell me that their kids are on Valium, they're on nerve medication, they're up all night, that kids cannot do anything, but they're obsessed with the SOLs because of the pressure they're getting within the education system. I think that we ought to make everybody in the General Assembly take it. If we don't pass, we ought to have to resign.
Democrats also wanted the adults to make their test scores public. Republicans defeated the measure through parliamentary tactics.
Stanton's new assistant city manager brings 10 years of local government experience. Stanton officials considered 79 applicants. They announced their choice today. Stanton's number 2 administrator will be James Hallis, who's currently the town manager of Pawpaw, Michigan.
While we did interview a number of local people who certainly did bring to the interview indeed some talents and some experience, I was looking for a broader-based management perspective, and I was really looking for somebody on a career track who said, several years ago, I have made my decision that I'd like to be a professional public administrator.
Acting Assistant City Manager Lacey King will resume his role as Stanton's Deputy Police Chief. Well, our weekend snow disappeared overnight.
It sure did. Robert's in the Weather Center. Robert, we're going to be seeing any more snow this week?
No, I don't think so. I think we will see some rain showers this week, but the bigger story will be the temperatures up and down every day this week. It's going to be a little different feel for you. I'll have the forecast in just a few minutes. Stay with us.
Mobile homeowners, why spend thousands of dollars year after year to heat and cool your home when a WeatherMaster roof system can cut your heating and cooling costs 30 to 60%? Designed to last a lifetime, the WeatherMaster insulated roof system eliminates high heating and cooling costs, roof rumble, interior roof condensation, and annual maintenance costs. Now, you can live in year-round comfort with WeatherMaster. This is not a coating. WeatherMaster is a complete roofing system. Galvanized steel perimeter channel, high-density full-face 2-inch insulation, and industrial-grade PVC reinforced membrane. A 15-year manufacturer's warranty assures your comfort and satisfaction for years to come. It goes on in a day and lasts a lifetime. Why wait? We offer 100% financing, low monthly payments with no money down, and there's no need to own your own land. Call All-American WeatherMaster at 1-800-328-1499 now for your free consultation and roof estimate. That's 1-800-328-1499. Call now.
What makes the manager special at McDonald's?
Now, we make every sandwich hot, fresh, and just for you as you place your order.
What is the manager special at McDonald's? The famous taste of McDonald's Quarter Pounder with cheese. Now get 2 for only $2. With a deal like that, you'll want to bring a friend. So go for the Quarter Pounder with cheese, since you'll get 2 for just $2. Hot, fresh, just for you. The McDonald's Manager Special. A great value every day, and only at one place. Did somebody say McDonald's?
As Americans, we depended on our great forefathers. And over the years, we've depended on Chevy cars and trucks. So even though it's their day, Chevrolet puts the presidents back to work for you. Current GM owners and lessees, apply your loyalty-driven offer and lease an S10 for as low as $148 a month. Call for important lease details. So President's Day is now your day. See your Chevy dealer today.
Announcing the opening of Gilmore Hammond Snyder Sleep Shop and More, dedicated to making sure that you get a good night's rest, especially if you choose a handmade Schiffman mattress. There's no better guarantee than Schiffman's handcrafted luxury. 100% cotton, hand-tufted with an 8-way hand-tied box spring. Or choose the comfort of temperature-smart Swedish foam in a custom comfort mattress by Wynn. Gilmore Hammond Snyder Sleep Shop and More. Exquisite bedding choices for the rest of your life. In Seminole Square behind Burger King.
Tonight on 21, one of these players is on their way to more than $1.7 million. 21, NBC Tonight, 8/7 Central.
Tonight, she's a wife and a cop with a wild man for a partner.
Oh, hey, man, you gotta be careful.
Now, in the midst of a killing spree.
We got a man with a gun.
A personal crisis.
He lost control of the car.
Is she a wife first or a cop?
I gotta figure out a way to tell my kids that their mother had to arrest their father.
All new Third Watch, NBC Tonight.
Welcome back. Hope you had a good Monday today. Let's see how we're shaping up. It's still 57 degrees in Charlottesville right now, 49% humidity, west winds, 0.2 of an inch of rain or so, most of that falling overnight into the wee hours of the morning. The daytime high in Charlottesville today, 60 degrees, overnight low, look at that, 34. Normally we'd be at 45 and 28 degrees. 74 in 1951, 3 below in 1899. For the Shenandoah Valley, currently 55 degrees, also 0.2 of an inch of rain. And again, that certainly did a lot to melt off the snowfall, the burst of snow we had on Saturday afternoon. Let's take a look at our weather watchers now. We're looking at temperatures generally in the 60s this afternoon from all the weather watchers. A few little exceptions on the map aren't any big deal. 58 in Churchville. Almost 60 degrees, right? 62 in Troy, 61 in Orange, 59 from Madison. A few other numbers show you the 60s stretch from Luray to Stanley, down to Ruckersville, into Waynesboro, 59 degrees, 63 in Covesville, 61 a little further out in the Piedmont from Gordonsville down to Fork Union, and back into the valley, 60 in Stanton, and 59 in Harrisonburg today. No problems with those kind of temperatures. Now, we do have a little lingering shower activity across the state. You can see Doppler radar is pointing out rain activity southeast of Richmond, a few showers moving through Lynchburg, possibly affecting sections of Buckingham County. Maybe you folks in Cumberland will be getting some rain showers as that line moves across. And then back into West Virginia, the cool air is beginning to filter in, and some of that may fall as some snow flurries later tonight. But that won't be until the cold air gets really firmly entrenched. Today's weather scenario was a lot different than what we saw on Saturday. Now, last time I talked to you was Friday night. We told you it was going to snow Saturday. We didn't quite get the inches exactly right, but we did tell you it was going to snow because the storm went to the south of us, and the cold air was obviously in place. Now, this storm went off to the west of us and drew in some warmer air in advance of it. That warm air kicked off a lot of showers and thunderstorms, some damaging severe weather in the southeast. Now, tonight, with the position of the low here, we're going to be on the backside of the low, and the chilly air is going to start filtering into the state later tonight. And tomorrow, it's going to be, well, you might even say it'll be cold again. It was in the 60s today. Tomorrow will only be in the 40s. So this is cold and flu season weather, if there ever was it, with temperatures changing like this. Here's the map then for tomorrow. Breezy conditions all across the mid-Atlantic. Fair skies, high pressure in control, but this is a cool high building in behind the system for today. Here comes the next weather maker, a cold front moving across the plains. As this comes in, it'll warm us up, actually. These are the daytime highs for tomorrow, but then look for Wednesday's map. The cold front's closer, the winds will be more southerly, and our temperatures on Wednesday will be back up to near 60 degrees. So, you know, you won't know what to wear this week, will you? Sweater, t-shirt, whatever. Here's your forecast for tonight. 30 degrees, partly cloudy, windy, and a little colder tonight, certainly than it was over the evening hours last night with the rainfall. And for the Valley and Central Virginia tomorrow, 49 degrees. Again, today we were at 60, tomorrow in the 40s. Mostly sunny, breezy, and noticeably cooler. Now for the Valley, 49 degrees. Sunny skies, northwest winds, though. Pretty breezy tomorrow, 10, 15 miles per hour. Here's your 5-day forecast. Looking ahead, again, those topsy-turvy temperatures from the 40s to the 60s, back to the 40s, and into the 50s. So, like I said, if you don't like the weather, just wait a while. Hey, in just a few minutes, I'm giving away a diamond-studded watch from Andrew Minton Jewelers. It's one of our big prizes in the sweepstakes. Yeah. And some lucky person will have a great Valentine's present in just 15 minutes or so.
Can I win that?
You cannot.
Drat. Okay. All right.
Stacy will buy you one.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Excellent.
You gave away my surprise. Thanks, Robert.
Thank you.
In the spirit of Valentine's Day, a Central Virginia restaurant honors couples who say, I do.
Coming up next, we'll introduce you to couples who are celebrating more than 50 years of wedded bliss. This is Dateline 29 News.
We've just made it easier to separate yourself from the crowd with a new Dodge Caravan, the most innovative, most imitated, most trusted minivan on the road today. Now, Caravan features low 0.9% financing for up to 60 months that could save you over $4,600. In a perfect world, everything would be different. Until then, see the friendly Dodge dealer near you during our President's Week event.
What'd you get?
Oh, seafood salad.
Wow. I gotta get some.
Oh, there's meatloaf?
All right, I'll be right back.
Ever notice how no matter what you got, eventually you want what they got?
Where'd you get those mashed potatoes? Oh, just over there.
Well, at Old Country Buffet, if you see something you want, you just go get it.
Whoa, did you see that? Let's go.
A young Navy pilot who volunteered for duty in Vietnam, John McCain was shot down over Hanoi. McCain refused early release from prison, where he suffered repeated beatings and was held 5.5 years. He returned home just as devoted to his country, taking on the establishment and defying special interests.
I'm going to give the government back to you, and I promise you that.
Ready to be president and leader of the free world. John McCain. Character, courage for president.
Now on Pantops, discover the beauty of all-wheel drive Subaru and Toyota every day. See the Chryslers engineered to be great cars and Plymouths fun to drive at a really smart price. All at Brown, for you'll love the service. New and used cars, trucks, vans, SUVs, all together now at Brown Toyota Chrysler Plymouth Subaru. The car show and sale that never stops on Pantops. Brown, you love the service.
Are you talking to me? How about we talk? Can I do a 315? I'll check. You can't handle my to-do list.
You can check out the new digital StarTAC and clip-on organizer at Suncom.
Yes, sir. I got them all on. Just be a second.
We'll help you find the wireless plan that fits your life and the perfect phone to go with it.
Oh, hang on. We got the conference call. Get some of those other meetings out of the way.
We're Suncom. We're a member of the AT&T wireless network, and we get it.
Florists across the country are working extra hours today.
Well, they sure are, and that includes those in Central Virginia. University florists ordered upwards of 10,000 flowers this Valentine's Day, especially roses. They say about 90% of their Valentine's deliveries are the classic red roses. And to accommodate those deliveries, they've had to hire additional drivers.
Well, we have about 10 times what we normally do. We will have about 30 drivers on the road for Monday.
And here's an interesting floral fact for you. Of all the flowers purchased this Valentine's Day, 66% are made by men, about 34% are made by women.
One of the greatest celebrations on Valentine's Day is marriage, and the Old Country Buffet in Albemarle County congratulates couples married more than 50 years with a free feast. Husbands and wives from all over Central and Southwest Virginia dined together on this special day, and some shared the secret of their success.
52 years we've been married. We have 7 children, 14 grandchildren, and we still get along great.
Yeah, as long as she's got the club.
He's got the right idea. The restaurant served more than 350 couples last year, and the couple married the longest said, "I do," 67 years ago. Good for them. Yeah. Well, the latest women's college basketball polls are out, and the Virginia Cavaliers have moved up to 21st in the nation.
And one reason the Cavs keep moving up is they're getting wins like they had yesterday. John Havey's in next with a recap.
Tasty at McDonald's. For a limited time only, the mouth-watering McRib sandwich is back. A juicy pork sandwich smothered in a savory barbecue sauce with onions and pickles all on a warm bun. Hot, fresh, just for you, and only at one place. Did somebody say McDonald's?
Nobody can sell you a new Chevrolet or Oldsmobile for less than Jim Price. Jim Price wants to start something with rebate, discount, and finance savings. Up to $5,000 plus a $500 GM owner loyalty rebate financing as low as 2.9%. Get brand new 2000 Chevy S10 pickups as low as $11,988. Jim Price says we'll be there with hundreds of Silverado and S10 pickups, Chevy Tahoes, Suburban, Astro, and Venture Van. And now, Oldsmobile, Bravada, and Silhouette. That's Jim Price Chevrolet Olds, Route 29 North next to Walmart, where the price is always right.
A typical car insurance agent is on the job during regular business hours. On the other hand, Geico insurance professionals are on the job 24 hours a day. Geico, a 15-minute call could save you 15% or more on car insurance. Still paying too much for car insurance? Geico, a 15-minute call could save you 15% or more.
John McCain promised a clean campaign.
Then attacked Governor Bush with misleading ads.
McCain says he's the only candidate who can beat Gore on campaign finance.
But news investigations reveal McCain solicits money from lobbyists with interest before his committee and pressures agencies on behalf of contributors.
He attacks special interests, but the Wall Street Journal reports
McCain's campaign is crawling with lobbyists.
His conservative hometown paper warns
it's time the rest of the nation learns about the McCain we know.
Mitsubishi is now the fastest growing Japanese car company in America. So, what could possibly be better than #1? How about 0? Buy any 2000 model, including the Eclipse, a Consumer's Digest Best Buy, and pay 0 down, 0 interest, and 0 payments until 2001. How many other car companies can offer that? Hurry, this deal ends February 29th.
Right now at McDonald's, a fresh hot Egg McMuffin is just 99 cents. Just look at that melted cheese, that toasted English muffin. Bet you wish you looked this good in the morning. A fresh hot Egg McMuffin is just 99 cents. Did somebody say McDonald's?
John Havey joins us now to bring us the latest on Virginia's women.
Yeah, they're doing great stuff.
A very good weekend if you were a Virginia fan. We got the men and women winning. The women, of course, did it yesterday, and they went right down to the wire and doing it. Now, no matter how good a basketball team is, there's always going to be a couple times during the season where a squad needs something to go their way in order to come out with a victory. Well, you know what? The Cavalier women's basketball team took advantage of one of those breaks yesterday against Arkansas State. Now, freshman Sky LaRue was benched for the first half yesterday for breaking an undisclosed team rule, but that made room for Dina Mitchelson, who had a big game for the Cavs, scoring a career-high 12 points. and grabbing 6 rebounds. But as has been the case for the past several games, the shots just not falling for UVA. In fact, besides Mitchelson, Virginia starters were only 10 of 34 from the floor. But it was gritty defense that propelled the Hoos in this one. UVA forced 21 turnovers and held the Lady Indians to a dismal 38% shooting percentage. And even so, the game came down to the final play. 7 seconds left. Renee Robinson drives baseline, appears to have missed the game winner, but just before the buzzer, the refs had called a foul. Robinson drained both free throws, and the Cavaliers walked off with a most unusual 57-55 victory over Arkansas State. And following the game, Coach Debbie Ryan talked last-second strategy.
There were 7.5 seconds left, and we talked about a full court play. We talked about a half court play, but what they wanted to do was just to let Renee get the ball. They were going to get Renee the ball, and we had 2 timeouts to do it, and then get the ball up the court and let her penetrate and score. She really wanted the last shot, and I wasn't going to deny somebody that was in my face before the timeout was even started.
The whistle sounded like it came after the buzzer, but hey, it was a foul. And now we'll go to Pete Gillen's Cavalier men, who after they dropped the last of 3 straight ACC games last week, well, things weren't looking too good as far as the Hoos postseason chances went. But Virginia came back on Saturday night with an 88-82 triumph over 24th-ranked NC State, and afterwards, Coach Gillen, anyway, was back to his normal fun-loving self.
So it's new. NCAA is like me talking about Wizard of Oz or Dorothy. You know, they don't know. It could be, let's go, you know what I mean? Let's go see the wizard there. Or Judy Garland, somebody like, you know, I say that, they would know what I'm talking about. They look at me, Now, if I say Tupac or, you know what I mean, or Puff Daddy, some type of rap, then they say, all right, coach, you with it.
Now, last week, when the Detroit Lions cut their top 2 running backs from the 1999 season, head coach Bobby Ross said the club needed to upgrade at the position. Well, they did just that today, signing free agent running back James Stewart to a 5-year, $25 million contract. Now, the veteran ball carrier led the Jacksonville Jaguars in rushing last year with 931 yards, and he scored 13 touchdowns, filling in for the oft-injured Fred Taylor. Well, now that the Lions have Stewart, don't be surprised if Barry Sanders' name is mentioned in trade talks sometime real soon. Hockey news now. All-everything netminder Dominik Hasek has changed his career plan. The Buffalo Sabres goaltender announced today that he will play 1 more season before retiring to his native Czech Republic. Hasek, who helped lead his homeland to the Olympic gold medal in 1998, announced before the start of the current campaign that this would be his last season playing in North America because he wanted to spend more time with his family. But after missing nearly half the season with a groin injury, Hasek says he wants 1 more full year so he can leave the NHL on his own terms. Finally today, a bond hearing was held for Baltimore Ravens linebacker Ray Lewis this afternoon. Lewis is one of 3 men indicted on murder charges in the stabbing deaths of 2 men outside an Atlanta club just hours after Super Bowl 34. Among those testifying on Lewis's behalf were his mother, Sensaria Keith, Raves owner Art Modell, lifelong friend and Tampa Bay Buccaneer Warren Sapp, and Baltimore teammate Rod Woodson. Bail was set in the hearing at $1 million, but the All-Pros day in court was overshadowed with the news that Joseph Sweeting, one of the 2 other suspects in this murder investigation, surrendered to Atlanta police today. The 3rd man indicted, Reginald Oakley, is still at large. So we'll see what's happening there. A bad situation one way or the other. Hopefully for everybody involved, things will work themselves out.
That's right.
Ray Lewis is a fun player to watch on the field. I hope things turn out okay for him.
All right. Thanks, John. We'll be right back.
Oh, I love giving away lots of big prizes. It's another big night here at NBC 29 for Sweepstakes 2000. With me is sales manager Tim Taylor with Andrew Minton Jewelers. Andrew Minton's kicked in 2 great prizes for the contest this year. Take a look at what we're giving away tonight. This is a ladies' Rovendino wrist watch. It is diamond studded around the face. It's worth $1,000. And some lucky lady is going to have a terrific Valentine's tonight. All right, Tim, we're going to dig deep in the bin, see who our winner is this evening. Pull out the winning coupon. Are you having fun? Isn't this fun? I love lots of fun. I love giving away the good stuff. First of all, see if they got the pages right. 3, 9, 17, and 22. They did. The winner is Janice L. Perry in Waynesboro. Janice Perry in Waynesboro. You got yourself a, congratulations, you got yourself a beautiful watch coming from Andrew Minton Jewelers, located in Seminole Square Shopping Center. Janice Perry in Waynesboro is our winner tonight. Tim, thank you, and thanks to Andrew Minton for putting some great prizes up for Sweepstakes 2000. Janice Perry in Waynesboro, you got 29 minutes. Give us a call.
Now, this special local update. Due to the severity of recent storms, Colonial Auto Center is overstocked and is conducting a special winter clearance sale. Shop the largest selection of cars and trucks in Central Virginia, specially marked with huge discounts. Lease the all-new 2000 V6 Cougar for only $279 a month. This cat is well equipped. $279 a month. Don't miss this special winter clearance sale.
Colonial Auto Center, you want it, we've got it.
Tomorrow morning, get connected with the news you need. Dateline 29 News at sunrise.
A college scholarship could save you lots of money, but finding one may seem like an overwhelming task. Hello, I'm Beth Duffy.
And I'm Bill Duvall. Coming up on our Consumer Tuesday report, we're going to have information on how to do that homework. Plus, we're going to have Norm's weather, and we'll also have all of your sports action. We hope you join us.
Make the connection tomorrow morning. Dateline 29 News at sunrise.
Tonight, your money. Do you know where to invest it? Believe it or not, it's becoming the new battle of the sexes, and men are losing. Women's secrets for making money. NBC Nightly News tonight.
Closed captioning for this Dateline 29 newscast is brought to you through a grant from Wolf and Farmer, attorneys concentrating in Social Security disability cases.
Coming up on the next Live at 5, can you imagine paying for prayer?
One convent in Philadelphia has come up with an innovative fundraising idea, and it's all in an effort to help aging sisters and their health care. Join us Tuesday for this story, Tuesday at Live at 5. I'll get it out eventually there.
That's the only way.
And what do you have?
A couple of things. NASCAR, of course, we're in Daytona week. Yesterday was the big kickoff of the Winston Cup season with the Bud Shootout. Dale Jarrett won a pair of races, actually, yesterday. Pretty exciting stuff. And, of course, even though it rained a little bit in Daytona today, that doesn't mean they don't go out on the track. Right. There was still plenty of stuff going on. And plus, I think I'm going to show some of those. I don't know if you caught any of the NBA All-Star festivities this weekend, but Vince Carter had quite a couple dunks.
Oh.
Unbelievable stuff.
Look forward to it.
Yes.
All right. And it'll be an up and down week temperature-wise. NBC Nightly News starts now. That's it for us. Thanks for watching.
Blown away. Surprise tornado slammed Georgia. Dozens killed and injured. The search for the missing. Littleton, Colorado. Tragedy strikes again. 2 Columbine students shot and killed. A community in shock once again. Decision 2000. The race for South Carolina, McCain and Bush enter the stretch run neck and neck. In depth tonight, fatal air crashes and routine maintenance. What the airlines are doing to find problems before it's too late. And women and money. Tens of millions of women changing the face of Wall Street, investing trillions, doing it better than men.
From NBC News World Headquarters in New York, this is NBC Nightly News with Tom Brokaw.
Good evening. In southwestern Georgia, they had to wait for sunup this morning to fully assess the damage from a series of tornadoes that struck shortly after midnight. And what they saw was the terrifying result of twisters that roared through several counties, flattening whole neighborhoods, killing more than 20 people. The area, about 200 miles from Atlanta, tucked up against the Florida Panhandle, is struggling tonight to deal with the damage and the loss. Here's NBC's Frederica Whitfield.
Camilla, Georgia, population 7,000. An entire neighborhood flattened in less than 5 minutes. Today, the mammoth task of cleaning up.
The person that finds the child, raise both hands in the air.
And the painful search for the dead, including a bundled up 1-year-old girl killed with her mother as the series of twisters tears through southwest Georgia. Just an hour after the first issued warning.